Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon and early good morning in the UK. It's Jordie James here, psychic medium. Looking forward to a lovely day of readings today. It has been bitter cold in Victoria for the last week or so. So, yes, I'm all rugged up. As you can see, I've got my turtleneck on and I've got long sleeves and everything. So, yeah, it's been an awesome week for me. I've been looking at doing some things for myself. Full moon was last night, and yes, I was woken up at stupid o'clock, which is normally around 2, 3 o'clock. And everyone would probably know that scenario quite frequently if you're very empathic to the full moon and just the moon in general. It does play havoc with us, especially with emotions and everything. It has been an emotional week coming up to the full moon, a lot of things being discarded, ready for the new, a lot of good wishes and everything like that. The winter solstice, of course, was last week, which was awesome for me as well. But today I would like to talk about being authentic, and it's interesting because I was mucking around with my cards and being the own map master of our destiny. Now, it's interesting. I've been going through this week, trying to figure out how I am going to do my business and everything, because now I do this full time. So being the map master of our own destiny, it gives us a lot of, well, you would look at it as pressure sometimes on being who we truly are. And branding is also a big thing too. Now, branding can be your own personal self, which I'm looking at doing. But it's all about us being authentic and true. Now, when we are in that space, we can be very vulnerable. We can be very emotional, and it is a bit of a roller coaster ride until you really sort of figure out who your soul and who you really want to be. So this is where this week has been a full-on week with me. I had a beautiful afternoon with Tonya Reeves yesterday, which you know who's on yesterday, and we had an amazing afternoon giving a bit of advice, and as she's been in business for herself for quite a number of years, and me being a pup in business can be a little bit daunting. But yeah, but also inspiration and free will. With all our, with my readings, and I know with the beautiful readers that we have across the whole network, our beautiful A1 radio, we try and give you as much support as possible and to see some of what's coming up for you. Because sometimes when we do get a little bit in our heads and we can't think things through clearly, we can give you a bit of a guidance on which path to travel. But it's all based on free will. We as humans, beings, as souls, we have free will to move forward and do what we need to do. So I might tell you to go for that job that is singing to your heart space, but it's up to you to take that step. It's all based on free will. We don't literally say you need to do this or you need to do that. You really need to sort of take a step back and go, where does my heart and my soul really want to take me? But we can definitely see and help you move through things moving forward. But sometimes with us beautiful readers, we can get to a point where we can go, well, I can give you this much, but if you walk out, and that's because you're going to walk out my door on the right foot, and everything sort of comes into fruition. But if you go on your left foot, which is free will, this is all just a matter of speech and the way it sort of works. If you go out on your left foot, whatever I've said that is actually determined with your right foot, and you go out on your left foot because that's your free will, then of course we still see what the path at the end of the path will be. But you might take this big diversion going right around until you literally get back to that spot that we actually show you, which might be, instead of a year down the track, it might be 3 to 5 years down the track. It's all dependent on free will. And that's what I do say with all my readings, that especially with the psychic side of things, of your past, present, future, what's coming up, it's all based on free will. But when your beautiful loved ones come through and they give you, this is what's going to happen, they're more in the know than what we are sometimes. And we sort of just have to give it up to the universe and go, yep, okay, I understand, I hear you, and move forward. So that's my little inspirational thing this week. But yeah, you are the map maker of your destiny. You have chosen this path to move forward. Yes, we do get confused, but confirmation through us is always a great thing. Now I have, is it Shy from Edmonton?
Yes, it is.
Hi, how are you?
I am good. How are you doing? I'm a little sick, so forgive me.
Yeah. No, look, that's fine. I'm hearing you because I'm going to be a great, and for me to say this, it's a little bit daunting, but I'm going to be a great auntie soon. So we had to get some vaccinations because if we want to see the new baby, we've got to have vaccinations over here at the moment, because whooping cough, what we call whooping cough is. So I've been sort of dealing with having that and having a bit of a head cold. So I'm with you, girl. I totally understand completely. Now, did you want to go psychic?
It's no fun. I got 6 kids, so I know.
Yeah, and then by the end of the day, you just feel like you've just got nothing left. Like the power cells have just run out.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's crazy. Okay. So, and is it Shy or Shay? How do I pronounce it?
I go by Shy. Most people can't pronounce my name, so.
Oh, perfect. Oh, well, I'm with you with that too. We've got so many similarities. Mine's Jordie, and I have got an auntie who is American, and she can't say the R in my name for some reason. She calls me Jordie because she just can't say Jordie. So it's for her to try, and it's just gorgeous. Anyway, so did you want to go psychic or mediumship, or a bit of both?
I kind of wouldn't mind a little bit of both if you have time.
Yeah,
I usually get straight to the point.
Yeah.
I was wondering if there's any messages from my niece, Paige Wadley. She actually just committed suicide a month ago.
Oh, okay. Let me just, I haven't got Paige at the moment, but I do have a gentleman with me. Now, I do want to say he's a bit of a overseer. He looks at, I feel like he was one of the ones that helped her. Now, I do want to say this gentleman's from your dad's side of the family, so I don't know if it's your grandfather, because is your dad still here?
It could actually be my dad.
Okay, so dad has passed, yes. Has he got like an oval face? Like,
yes, he does.
He's not like a square sort of roundish
face. No, he's an egghead.
Thank you. And I feel like he's very much of an overseer of the family. Now, it's interesting because even though, did he pass in his late 50s, early 60s?
He passed in the 60s.
Okay, because I feel like 58 is also a big number for him. Would that make sense around his health or around his life? If that makes sense with you, because I feel 58 is a real strong number for him. I also want to say thank you. He did greet her. As much as he pulled her by the ear and basically shook her into and I do want to say this in the most kindest way, because I know he would be the one that would reprimand you if you did something wrong. Would that make sense? In a way, and it wouldn't be just his kids. I want to say the whole family.
I think
your cousins and everything.
I think you might be talking to her side, her grandfather.
Oh, okay.
That's who I'm thinking you're talking about.
Okay. So, because I just feel like there's a little bit of a he wants to pull her by the ear, but I tell you one thing, she is. Oh, hang on. Would she have been in her late teens, early 20s?
She was 15.
Okay, thank you. Was she an old soul? I want to make reference to. She looked older than what she was.
I believe she was an old soul. Like the acting and all the stuff that came out of her was amazing.
Because, so you're saying that she's 15. I really want to go with 18 because the way she's acting and the way she is, she's very much like a late teen sort of lady. Now, I do want to say,
kids.
yeah, Well, yeah, there's some that are like that, and then some that are a little bit shy. And I do want to say I've got a 15-year-old girl who is very much of who she is and very, very stern. But
That's
I feel
why
like
it
your
was
niece
so
was a
shocking.
little. Thank you. Because I want to say your niece has got a bit of a shyness to her as well, and a bit of a sensitive soul, but very much a sensitive. Now, she's playing, okay, thank you. There's something about violin, or what was her name? Oh, her name was Paige. Where is the violin or a violet, or there's some sort of reference to this word that I'm slowly hearing from her. And I do want to say, is her grandmother also passed as well? Because I want to say there's a lady with her too.
Yeah, that's they call her Queen Mum. That's Grandma.
Thank you. And was she in her late 70s, early 80s? I'm getting 83 around her.
I'm not sure her exact age. It could be 70s, 80s, but yeah, she just passed a few
I
years
just feel
ago.
like, and she wasn't a skinny lady or a big lady. She was like medium build, but mate, she's got this beautiful, solid energy that you could walk in the room and she's like a bull in the china shop. She's got this gorgeous sort of oomph, effort, like essence. Does that make sense to you? I do want to say, Paige, thank you. I do want to say Paige has got this the families around her. Now, I do want to say there's references. She's telling me 2 to 3 weeks before she passed that there was inklings, or there was a few things that would have given people awareness of what was going to happen if they look at it hindsightly, if that makes sense.
It does. We actually had her in counseling.
Okay, thank you. Because I just want to make reference to she thought it was just a bottomless pit. She's actually telling me it's like a bottomless pit. I just couldn't get out. I couldn't crawl out. It was like she was just crawling out and it was just muddy and she just couldn't. She could, as much as she wanted to. She also realizes that it's very much of her, for me, to my belief and understanding, we all have soul contracts and lessons that we have to learn in this life. And I do feel like that's what she has now. She understands the devastation, and her mum. So, is her mum your sister?
It's my sister-in-law.
Okay, thank you. So, classed as like a sister, because I feel like you guys are close. I do want to say that she's understanding the devastation, but she's also wanting to say, please look at the daisies, look at the flowers. It's very much springtime over there, or summer. I know this, but there's something about white daisies.
Funny. It's funny when you say the flowers, because me and all my kids, we planted a rose bush for her. So
okay,
funny she would say that.
Yeah, and I'm getting daisies, like real white, beautiful, big daisies, not the little things. I want to say big daisies, like big white with yellow in the middle. But she's also, okay, thank you. She's also telling me something about to please let Mum know that she needs to just have there's something about chamomile. Now, I feel chamomile is also very soothing. It's a tea. But I just want to say there's chamomile reference that I want to bring through, whether or not that's the smell, but I just feel like chamomile needs to come through for her mum. Now, she's oh, wow. I want to say she plays tricks on her mum too. She's a bit of a prankster. I want to say there's some things going on with her radio. I want to make reference to the radio, and it's funny because she's showing me a tuning, like the old tuning buttons on a radio. I feel like sometimes it goes out of tune, so like at the tuning of the radio station. So I do want to say that's what she does. I also want to say that as much as her mum, and I know it's only just happened, but there's a grieving process, and Mum needs to understand that she is very happy now. She is at peace. And she also wants to say to her mum as well, make sure that you tell my story. There's something about her story that needs to be told.
You know, it's crazy. She hasn't hit the fact that she committed suicide, and she's pushing to change laws right now because of this.
Thank you, because I just,
like,
oh God, I've got chills.
Just to get more mental help for children, because there's not much out there. So
and
she
that's
is
exactly
telling her
right.
story.
Yeah. So this is where I want to say this is where she's saying she needs to keep with this story, because I feel that even though it unfortunately when we lose someone, we then do the lessons to help other people go through and it's a bit of a healing process in the grief. But I do want to say,
Yeah.
Shay, that she's very much at peace. And I tell you, she's a little bit of a rebel.
She always
She's
was.
playing havoc. She's playing havoc over there. And please make sure that her mum keeps an eye on her leg. I feel like whether or not she's had a bit of a fall, a bit of an accident, or there's something around her right knee that just needs to make sure that she gets it looked at. But she's there 100% with her. Now, is there a nana that's still here? Her nana is still here. There's a grandmother that she wants to
Yes.
make reference that's still
Yes.
here.
There's one here.
Okay. All right. She just wants to make reference to the fact that she likes to play with the jewelry still.
Okay.
So there's something about her jewelry, her grandmother's jewelry, that she will play with.
I will pass that on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she just wants to say that she's so much at peace, and she's a very much of a hamming up over there. Like she is. I feel for I feel for her grandfather, because I feel like there's a bit of a young energy around, and he's like, I know I'm young, and I know I'm at my age where I really like to do stuff, but I can see him sort of sitting down, just going with his head in his hands, just going, oh my God.
Yeah.
He can't control her. She's just full of
my
energy.
one word for her I could think of is she was definitely a spitfire in this world. So
oh my God,
crazy
she's
girl.
just got full of energy. But she's also saying that she's got she's got the hair that she always wanted. So I don't know where that sits, but she's got this beautiful long hair, and it's got a bit of a wave to it as well. But yes,
Nice.
she is she's so apologetic about it's sort of, she knew what the devastation will be, but not really understanding it, and it was just something that she just couldn't stop. So may I leave that with you?
Yeah, I completely understand that.
All right.
So I have one question, if you have a minute.
Yes.
I was just actually wondering what I can do to get out of my stagnation right now.
Oh, okay. So the first thing is dance. I'm hearing dance, but I'm also hearing something about doing dance, like some sort of like energy exercise, or just for you, not to go to a class, but just for you. But also I want to say is doing something that you love to do, because when we get a little bit stagnant, we don't do things that we love to do. So I would say either writing, reading. She's wanting to give me books, actually. So start reading into books again, and just do some things that really draw to your heart. So whether or not it's, oh God, I got cooking. So whether or not you love to cook or you love to bake, but there's just that reference of doing things that you love to do and going outside and just breathing in the air. It's like, I want to say, just go outside and breathe. But finding something that you love to do, I feel that will help you with your stagnation at the moment. And especially with, if you've got 6 kids, girl, oh, bless you. I do want to say trying to find time for yourself is always hard. But I do want to say, even if it's 5 to 10 minutes, just to listen to some upbeat music and dance around the house. May I leave that with you?
Do that all the time.
Awesome. So yeah, but that's
you
where
talked
I feel
about the
like
tuning. I think she's playing with my phone because you keep sounding like a robot.
Oh God.
She's
God
playing.
bless her. She definitely is, and I think she's having, as much as she had fun over here, I feel like she's going to have a lot of fun over there with you guys, and just making you aware that she's around, and that she's happy and she's free. There's something about being free. So can I leave that with you?
I know she's free. She went through a lot. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And just connect with me, jordiejanes.com.au, or Jordie Janes Psychic Medium on Facebook. Shay, thank you so much.
I will definitely. Thank you.
Thank you. I have Carly on the phone from New York. I was going to pronounce the suburb, but I might get tongue-tied. Kayla,
Yes,
hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Now, oh, okay. I was going to say, did you want to go psychic or mediumship? But I feel like I've got a lady who wants to step up and say hello to you. So do you mind if I go a bit of mediumship with you?
Yes, that's funny because I was just talking about this person.
Okay. So this lady, I do want to say that I feel like she's connected to mum's side of the family, or there's something around mum around her. But I feel like she's a lady that would probably be about 5'2", 5'3". She's got this beautiful energy about her. And I know she's also telling me that as much as she's coming very forward, she would not be this in life. I want to make reference to that she may have been given a few sentences before she would step into a conversation. I do want to say that there's always a time and a place that she would be very much of her own self, yet when she was around public, she would be a little bit shy. Would that make sense with you?
Yes.
Thank you. Is this mum or grandmother?
That's my grandmother. I used to call her Mimi.
Thank you, because I feel like there's a mum sort of connection, or you looked up to her like a mum. There's just that beautiful mumness around her. That's why I thought, oh, is it mum or grandma? Now, I just want to say that she's giving you a lot of love and support. Now, did she have heart issues? Would that make sense with you?
Heart and lung, yeah.
Yep. Thank you, because I just feel like I just got a really sharp pain in my heart. So that would make sense with a heart attack or heart issues. Now, I do want to say, I think she might have had a few before she passed, but just bear with me for a second. Now, is there 68 around her age was when she passed, or was there a little bit older than that?
Older. I think she's like in her 80s when she passed.
Okay.
I think
so there's
maybe early mid 80s.
Okay, so there's something around the age 68 that she wants to bring through then. I do want to say there's that reference around her. Whether or not she lost someone. Did your grandfather pass before your grandmother?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Thank you. So I just feel like that's a reference to the 68. Okay, thank you. Now, oh, my God, she just wants to give you the biggest hug. I want to say in the last month has been a little bit trying on you. Would that make sense? And I feel like she would be the one that would just give you the massive hugs. It's like, yeah. I want to say, she's saying to me that you've gone through the most emotional roller coaster that any woman could go through. Does that make sense to you?
Very much so.
Okay. So she's just wanting to make reference to she's got your back. She's got you. She's holding you. And she just wants to make reference. Did you just lose someone, or what's the loss reference this month?
It wasn't really this month. I was in a really bad relationship. I was in an abusive relationship, and I just came home in October.
Okay, because I just want to say, but in the last month, I feel like there's some maybe loss of self, or just not understanding where you're at. Because I really feel like the way you've been in the last month, it feels like there's grief. So there's loss. So, but this is where I want to say to you, your mum, your grandmother's, I keep calling her mum because I feel like she's just that mum figure, but she's not
she's been more of a mom to me than anything.
Thank you. All right, cool. So she's just wanting, oh my God, I'm feeling really hot. I feel like whether or not she had blood pressure issues as well, but I'm feeling really hot in my face with her, or she's always had those rosy cheeks. Would that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Awesome. So what I will, Kayla, I will just let you, because I've got a few more minutes, I just want to say she's very much behind you now. It's time to put your head up, chin up, and moving forward. She's also making me reference to the fact that you've got to start loving yourself before your next relationship. Now, this has been hard for you. Would that make sense? Because I feel like you lost yourself. Oh, that would make sense with the last month. Losing yourself and thinking that who you were, and then things have sort of changed a little bit. Would that make sense with you? Especially on self-love and self-worth, okay? And I do want to say there is a little bit there that it's like, I want to say, rebuilding your own life. Pretty much to what the card I had just before I started my talk today was the map master of your destiny. So being authentic, sometimes we have to pull apart the puzzle to regain and be focused on our own puzzle, if that makes sense. So putting the pieces back together, sometimes it can be hard, but knowing that our soul is always there, it's the human side around us that we have to put the puzzle pieces back together so that soul can sing again. Now, I do want to say August is a reference. Now, is there a birthday in August or celebration in August I just want to bring up?
In July, my oldest daughter's birthday's in July, and then my youngest daughter's birthday's in September.
Okay, so if it's not that, I just want to make reference to August, maybe around your grandmother. So can I leave that with you? Now, is there also a Jenny, Jennifer? There's that sort of reference I want to bring through as well with the name. I'm not sure if that sits around yourself or around your grandmother, but I just want to make reference to that name.
That's my mom. My mom's name's Jennifer.
Okay, thank you, because I feel like I get Jenny and... Okay, so Mum's still here, obviously. Can you please... I want to say tweak your mum's nose. There's something about mum's nose. So whether or not she always starts rubbing it or there's always something itchy around nose, because I feel like your grandmother always plays with her nose. There's a reference to the nose. So I've got 30 seconds. So please, I know in August for you is going to be a big month and there's more sort of things happening, but please contact me on Jordie James, Psychic Medium, on Facebook. I've got a couple of seconds. I'm wrapping up. Kayla, I hope that makes sense, but she's just got your back, so I'll leave that with you. Thank you, everyone, for watching, listening, and thank you to my lovely callers today. I feel truly blessed, and have a lovely week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.